Hello everyone, my name is MrNJersey and welcome to my channel. In this video we are back with the first update of the new year here in 2021. Now this is going to be a relatively small update this week, however we have got some really cool features that we're going to be covering. Firstly, let's start off with these features. There are some small little ones that are more or less quality of life improvements here in Stormworks, nothing that's going to really change the way how we play. And the first one that we are going to be getting is going to be the new corner pipe. Yes, that is correct. We finally have got the last piece of the puzzle when it comes to pipe pieces. Now we discussed this in our Q&A with the developers a few weeks ago, just before Christmas. And this was a highly requested piece of piping here in Stormworks. A lot of players wanted this. So we discussed it in the video and it seems like the devs agreed and they've gone and added it in. So it's really nice to see that they are listening to the feedback of the community and they are adding in pieces that we are asking for. Now we just need windows. But that's a whole nother topic. Definitely go and watch that Q&A video if you want to see more about the windows discussion here in Stormworks. So really happy they're going to add that in. We also have the enclosed version of it. So if you don't want the exposed one, we do have the enclosed one, which has got that direction arrows on it, so it's easily seen there. So that's in terms of pipe pieces and components that we've got in this week's update. Along with that, we've also got some new features. Firstly, we have now got runway lights. This is something that we haven't had in Stormworks, so I'm really happy to see. We've had obviously little lights that help you navigate over to the runway. We actually haven't seen proper actual lights on a runway, or like runway strip lights. So I'm really excited to see this. I could possibly see this being expanded on maybe in the future, adding maybe different types of lights along the runway, but really cool they've added this in any case. And to go with that, because we're focusing on lights this week, they've also gone and added a distant light flare. Now of course when you're close to vehicles you can see that we have the light flare around it, but this will actually go and increase the further you are away from that light. So something really cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump in my twin otter here. We're going to just take off, so very easily. I'm not going to do anything properly. I'm just going to go and take off here just to show you what these distant light flares actually mean for you here in Stormworks. Now we should take off quite easily. I've got the flaps on, so yep, you can see we've just gone and taken off, and we can keep everything on. You can see there in the distance that bridge there has got its lights on. It's very visible for us being quite far away. The same goes for the runway lights and even the hangar lights there. You can see how it's increasing the flare around the lights as we get further and further away there. Now the same thing's going to happen for our lights on our plane. Imagine that we are over on the ground. So for example, if I was to go and set a set a waypoint here, and let's go and tell the plane to fly to that direction. Let's tell it to go to like 200 altitude, and let's go and stick the altitude on and the autopilot system on. The plane's gonna fly there. We're just gonna go and teleport back to it. So we're just back at the runway here, and you can see the lens flare around the plane is very strong in comparison to what it used to be. So it's very obvious that a plane is actually flying there, which is pretty cool. We can obviously zoom in on it and it's just gone and despawned because it's gotten too far away from us. But yeah, that's something really cool, and I think it's a cool feature here in Stormworks. And you can obviously see if we go and do a no clip and fly around there, you can see both the runway lights and also the hangar lights are very strong in comparison to what they used to be. And you can see the bridge lights all over the show here, so it's going to be very visible if you are, for example, coming down for landing here, or if you just on the ground and you can see some aircraft flying around you. You can imagine once we get some AI here, this is going to be extremely useful, obviously, to spot the AI when we're flying, or even in ships when ships have their lights on. This is something really cool, I think, that they've added this, and obviously just a small little quality of improvements, but at the same time really fun. Now another thing is that's not just for lights on the ground and also for your actual lights on a plane or a helicopter or a ship, but it also includes flares. You can see how I've just gone and shot that flare up, and you can see the lens flare around it is much stronger in comparison, and it's nice and muted at the same time. So if we just go into no clip again and fly over there, you can see that flare from quite a far away now, which is going to make it much easier to do rescue missions here in Stormworks, I think. So yeah, definitely a cool little feature. And that's pretty much about it for this week's update. As I said earlier, just a small little quality of improvement update here in 2021. Obviously, this is the first update of the year, so it's definitely glad to see that they are listening to our feedback, both from the community and from ourselves, obviously listening to the Q&A, and also that they are going and making some new improvements here in Stormworks. But you guys let me know what other features you think should come here in Stormworks in the next couple of weeks or month. I'd love to hear your feedback, and also while there, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Obviously hitting the like button does help out the channel and the video a little bit more. And if you feel like maybe joining over on Discord, we got nearly, I think, 4,000 or 5,000 new members over on the Discord server, so a lovely community to go and chat about Stormworks and also other games here in Stormworks. But that's it for this week's video. I hope you have enjoyed it and found it entertaining and informative as always. And until next week, we'll see you then.